Welcome to the second day of the Sonic Ecology conference presented by Hong Kong New Music Ensemble. Today, the weather is very nice, a sunny day, sunny and warm day. We are going to start the conference with Michael Leung's village walk, and he is going to talk about art, ecology, and destruction in Wang Chau village, a village which is located in the northwestern part of Hong Kong. He's going to take you to a village walk in Wang Chau and explain about the entanglements happening over there with the government and the village people. So now I'll pass the time to Michael, and he is going to take you to a walk in Wang Chau village. Thank you, Michael.
Okay, yeah, good afternoon, everyone. As you can see, it's a very sunny day in Wanzhou and in Hong Kong. For accessibility, I'm wearing black rim glasses, black cap, and wearing a navy jacket, and also a green t-shirt gifted by the villagers in Wang Chau. I'm gonna flip my camera just so you could see my view. And as Sharon said, I'll be doing a village walk as well as showing some village stories and sounds, which you can hopefully hear in the background, and also sounds which have been lost and absent in recent years. So I'll just flip my camera. Okay, so I'm starting in Wingning Village at a villager's home. And as you can see, there's a villager gardening. There's also evidence of the village resistance in Wang Chau. I'll start by showing a map which was drawn specifically for a jackfruit festival in 2017. And the story or the resistance starts here in 2015 when the then chief executive, C.Y. Leung, announced a development plan for this village, this greenbelt village, and the destruction of 3 villages, which we'll be walking through today, and biodiversity, trees, habitats, etc. So originally, the development plan specified 34 hectares of to build 17,000 social housing units, but unfortunately this was significantly reduced to only 5.6 hectares and to only 4,000 social housing units. So there's reasons for this, which unfortunately I can't go into detail today, but you'll be able to hear some details on the village walk. So the villagers started their resistance in 2015, and the proposed development plan will evict, or is currently evicting, 200 households, over 500 villagers, their animals, and also biodiversity, over 1,000 trees. Oh, that's okay. For, I guess, those of you who just joined, perhaps, yeah, if you're able to, please kindly unmute. So yeah, we'll be walking this village, and just to give you an idea of where we are right now, we're at this house here, which is as you can see, surrounded by many trees. To the west is the Western Rail. So it's very much, a village surrounded by nature. Okay, so I'll start walking through the village. And I guess I first came here in 2017, which was only, I guess, 2 years after the villagers started to organize and resist the development plan. And there's some, I guess, maybe journalists. I started to think about why I am here today, and why I've been kind of coming here for the past 3 years, I guess, as an artist and a designer. I guess when faced with like dispossession, inequitable development plans, I think it's important to stand in solidarity with those dispossessed, with biodiversity that will also be destroyed, and also get involved with, I guess, climate action and the entanglements that are happening in this village. So here's a banner, a photograph of a banner, which is, as you can see, on the sheet metal fencing. And in the background, you might be able to see some of the sheet metal in the background along the side. So this land belongs to New World Development. Here's an image. I'll turn around so it's more visible. Here's an image showing the owners of New World Development. In the past several years, through the Town Planning Board, they've applied for rezoning of this greenbelt land to build 3 towers, which are 39 stories high, for private housing. So here you could already see some, I guess, entanglements between the government developer plan, government and developer plan. The red bean is a proposed artwork. So some of you might be familiar that, I guess, the guy on the right, Mr. Cheng, Adrian Cheng, is a collector of numerous artworks, some of which are in the K11 shopping mall. And this red bean is proposed to be installed, in this location over here. So this might be a bit tricky, but yeah, the images that I just shared are stickers, which I'll find a place to stick. Just bear with me. Yeah, maybe over here for now. Sorry, I should have scouted a location for potential sticker places. Okay. And as you can see, just overlooking this New World acquired land is jackfruit, which will likely be ready. Well, to be honest, it seems quite early. Perhaps this is also to do with global warming, but the jackfruit usually is harvested in this village in June and July. Okay, so we'll keep going. Walking through the village, I'm reminded of an anthropologist called Anna Singh, who writes in her book, "It is listening to that cacophony. It is in listening to that cacophony of troubled stories that we might encounter our best hopes for precarious survival." So now we're walking into an area which has now sadly been acquired by the lands department, the government. And walking through here, I'm reminded of the village interactions with one villager who is very thrifty and talented in, I guess, electronics and also hacking bicycles to become, electric bikes. So this is over here a very Mad Max kind of cyberpunk looking bicycle, which has been modified to be electronic. And it also carries a very heavy trailer. I guess a month or two ago, it would be common to see him here, doing constructions or modifications to his bicycle. And there was one time he even let me ride the bicycle, and yeah, it's really powerful. Oops. So yeah, there's two remaining villagers living here. No, yeah, hopefully this dog remembers me. Sorry. So for those of you who are joining late, this is Wing Village, and to my left is a house which has already been, I guess, acquired by, or the villagers have already left. This building here, that circular piece of concrete is the well that the villager that you saw earlier on accesses to water his plants during, I guess, village tours, or perhaps early on in the day. You can see the villager Ba'aso, which translates as hitting water, an action which is used to, I guess, lower the bucket into the bottom of the well. Just check the time. So now we're moving from Wanging village into Fengqi village. And it seems like some construction happening. This house, sorry, the camera. I help. Yeah, this. I won't bother the workers today. So yeah, this is a really beautiful village house, which I'll show a photograph here. As you can see, it's 2-level and has a very large open space. The villager was very kind to offer this space for a screening before she vacated this home. And yeah, unfortunately, there wasn't any time to organize that. And as you can see, it's now covered completely in this kind of plastic sheet. Reasons being, asbestos was used as an old construction material, and this is toxic, which requires being covered. So I'll just find a place to stick this image. Just bear with me a sec. It's not very sticky. Sorry about this. There was a smaller house next to the one that I just showed you, and I'll show an image of that here. small village house located over here. And yeah, I remember this day. It was really heavy rain. I could hear the rain hitting the sheet metal rooftop. And yeah, I remember stepping back whilst other people explored this house, and thinking about the events that happened in the past year in Hong Kong, the use of umbrellas on the streets, and looking at this image, well now and also being there at the time, I thought of the possibilities or the potential of the village resistance, and if there could be, I guess, a combination of seemingly two separate movements, both relating to democracy and, I guess, representation of citizens in Hong Kong. So looking at this image, I also think of the theorist Franco Berardi, and in his book Breathing, which I have here with me now, and I guess, yeah, as you're walking through this village, you could probably also hear me breathing simultaneously, reading from this book. I'd like to share a piece in the chapter Chaos and the Brain. So Berardi writes, when we say chaos, then we mean two different complementary movements. We refer to the swirling of our surrounding semiotic flows, which we receive as if they were sound and fury. But we also refer to attempts to reconcile this encompassing environmental rhythm with our own intimate internal rhythm of interpretation. So yeah, visiting the village as, I guess, a supporter, and as I said before, as, I guess, an artist and a designer, I often think about, yeah, what is our role in these kind of land struggles in Hong Kong, well, and also transnationally as well. And yeah, how can we, I guess, as active citizens, be collectively involved in the destruction of nature, as you can see here, biodiversity, habitats, and people who get their homes dispossessed inequitably. So yeah, I'll spend some time just walking with you and letting you kind of, yeah, see the destruction that's happened here. So yesterday I came here with a friend and noticed this tree for the first time, probably because, as you can see, a lot of the land has been cleared by the excavator. And it's not the oldest tree in the village, but it stands, I guess, quite proud. Unfortunately, also destined to be felled by the government. And just kind of observing the tree, observing the tree, I noticed, this, I guess, this kink or this kind of growth in the trunk. And yeah, I wonder also, oops, sorry, I'm still getting used to this device. yeah, I also think about the stories that each tree, each plant, whether nurtured or wild, has to tell. I guess being aware that I probably spent too much time talking about New World development, perhaps I've lost a few minutes on this village walk. So now walking through top part of the slope of Wang village, which you can see, yeah, there's some barriers. Uh, sorry. And now we're going to a villager's home. It's been very, oh no, it's, it's the not so happy, but I guess fitting to the fitting to the theme of the workshop, sonic ecology. Perhaps happy will say, oh no, not today. Okay, usually happy is very vocal. So this is a home, a villager's home, and they've been really generous in hosting the past 3 jackfruit festivals. And here on the, I guess, the colourful banner, it says Wang Chau, which basically means to stay rooted, Wang Chau. And yeah, conscious of the time, I probably won't have time to stick these images yet, but I'd like to.
Michael, please unmute your microphone.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm sorry about that because the Steadicam just collapsed on me. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, here's an image from the last Jackfruit Festival where some performance artists came to support. This is Chi Chi here, who I know is also, yeah, practicing yoga practitioner. And over here, this is John, and a performance artist from Thailand, who surrounded the villagers' feet with rice, a symbolic gesture. And also Chen Zai, who was very stubborn in trying to climb this giant tree, and I think also, yeah, injuring himself in the process, unintentionally or intentionally. So let me just check the time. Yeah, I'd like to perhaps stop here. I'll flip my camera back over. Yeah, it was an ambitious effort to walk through 3 villages with you. And yeah, unfortunately, we only had time for 2, but I'd like to also, yeah, extend an invite to, I guess, any creative practitioners or members of the public in Hong Kong who would like to visit Wang Chau and perhaps meet some of the villagers before they're completely evicted. So yeah, thanks today for yeah, offering this platform to talk about yeah, local land struggle.